Well, howdy, 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 nearly a senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day where indeed the fan is on in the window. I'm going to be having the fan on with the door open here, with the fan, like, real much. It's going to be close to 100 today, and it's like only the beginning of July. Howdy, 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 all of my American watchers. Welcome to the Independence Day celebration in the United States. Hopefully not too many people are going to blow their fingers off. Yay. But still, such is life. And now that I have bedinged, I have to turn off the bedinger, my Bluetooth speaker.
Power off.
Otherwise, it's just going to run out of power. I use that one speaker when I want to hear my consoles on my monitor without headphones. Such is life. Hokies, smokes. I got out of bed after 8 o'clock today. I also got to bed after 2 o'clock last night. So, yay on that. Still 6 hours, not bad. And you may notice I am waving my arm in the air like I just don't care. I'm going to be very careful, because I don't want to ruin things like I did the other day. It is feeling good. When I put my arm on the pillow last night, I hooked my hand back behind the pillow. So this morning when my arm spasmed, it took the pillow with it, and so stayed up on top of the pillow. So my muscles are feeling really good. That nerve is feeling really good. Hopefully it's going to stay that way. I just have to not wave it around too much in the air and be too much of an idiot. It's doing well right now, and I want it to stay that way. So very, very good. Past couple days have been really rough. Thumbs up for that. Still though, it is a very good thing, and I am glad. Thumbs up. Now, yesterday as well, I did not get much done. I had falling asleep problems, plus, when I have to buy things at like Walmart, as I did yesterday, it was a 3-hour trip, pushing my walker up to Walmart and coming back. I left at about 3:30, and it was after 6:30 when I got back. I can't take 3-hour trips like that. I can't get anything done. I am just wasted when I get back. I couldn't do anything. I had fallen asleep issues. By the time that I could do things, I was unable to think. I had stopped breathing for a while, and so not only were my hands and feet tingling, I had little black specklies in my vision, because I had stopped breathing for so long. And that's really bad for your heart, your lungs, your brain. You can have a stroke or a heart attack from that. So, I didn't get anything done after I got back. And before I left, well, I didn't do any recording because, oh God, that arm was killing me so much. That was a great time. I got nothing done after I was vlogging. My arm was just killing me. Thumbs up. Luckily, as I said in the video, this is only temporary. Even if it hurts for 2-3 years, if I live another 14, that's nothing. That's nothing. It's just temporary. It's just something you live through. Thumbs up for that. Yeah. And checking out the rest of what I've got here. I talked about how it's going to get hot. I was watching another video by Bo the Fifth Column today, who is a pretty solid leftist. Well, I don't know how left he is. I mean, if you go too far left, you know, it's your radical left, just like there's radical right, and you get the crazies on the outer edges. So he's on the left, but he's not way far to the left. But he's really good at being I don't know in today's world how much people know behind the statements. Like if you've ever heard the phrase "the monkey's paw" for bad decision stuff, and just to be pedantic and info dump about stuff that everyone probably knows, that the whole thing about the monkey's paw is from a short story about these people who had lost their son. The story is like 100 and some odd years old. But they had lost their son, and they managed to get hold of a thing, a monkey's paw, it will help you. It will grant wishes, but it doesn't grant wishes the way you want. They wish for their son to come back using one of the wishes from the monkey's paw. But they didn't specify completely how, and so they heard the son coming back. But you could tell from the noises their son wasn't alive. And so they had to use another wish to send him back. The monkey's paw grants wishes in the worst possible interpretation. And so when you send the emails to Bo for gotchas, oh, they are monkey's paw emails and his responses. One of the things he talked about this morning was he listed a whole bunch of names, just a whole bunch of names from American history, and how if we had not had these people, we would not have a United States as we know it or at all. If it weren't for these people, our country would be vastly different. And so why did he list all of these people that were vastly important? Because he got an email from a person saying, boy, I'm glad all this stuff is over. Why don't you talk about real Americans instead of, and they didn't use the term, but it's all this LGBT stuff. Talk about real Americans and real heroes, and not any of this LGBT stuff. Well, all of the people that he listed off were either confirmed or highly, strongly rumored by all of their contemporaries to have been members of the LGBTQ community. We didn't have that kind of community back then, but people still were. And each of them was confirmed. So yeah, you send Bo an email saying praise the real heroes and none of this LGBT stuff. Well, yeah, he's going to list off a whole bunch of real heroes. And oh, they all just happen to be a part of the LGBTQ community. Huh? How about that? Bo is the real monkey's paw. He uses the emails like that as teaching opportunities. He doesn't make fun of the people. He uses them as a teaching opportunity. With all of the people he listed, he also has links that you can follow and read up on in his description. It's not to make fun of people, it is a learning experience. And before I forget, my arm is feeling good enough, and I gotta be careful because it's feeling kind of cold inside of here right now, and a little bit more sore, so I gotta be careful. I don't want to ruin things, but right now, I do want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. It's hard to read like the Ryan one because of the reflection up here. Here, let me turn off this spotlight, my topics list. I want to thank each of these patrons. Thank you, each and every one of you, that I'm finally able to write more names up there. Thank you. Without your help, I would be hosed like a literal Christmas monkey. And I don't want to be hosed like a Christmas monkey. And I know you don't want to be hosed like a Christmas monkey. So thank you very, very much. To each person that has donated to my PayPal, to each person who has donated to my GoFundMe, thank you so much. Without your help, I would be hosed. And I do appreciate this very much. I live in the United States of America, and we're going through a very bad stage right now. And it's great for anybody who has any sort of money issues. You're really being pounded down here. So thumbs up for the USA. Now, I don't want to be. I love my country and all that, but oy vey. So, yeah. Now to bring my spotlight back up. What else do I have on my list? Just two things that I wanted to talk about, and it's just the creative stuff. Again, yesterday and the day before, I've been talking about this new cosmic horror thing where I have no ideas yet what's going on in it. I'm using the giving my creativity a push and following it with that sort of thing. I know generally what's happening now. I have to wait and see what my subconscious is going to come up with, because it was my subconscious that has worked. So I have got to slow down, speak English, bloody get a pen. My subconscious has been working on it. That's why I've got it so far. I just need to let things stew so that I can come up with something good. After all, as stated, this is the setting. God, I can't talk this morning. This is the setting that has all of the cryptids and all this in it, as well as, I don't talk about it often, but I think about it quite a bit, the Department of Government Resources, which, if you don't remember, or if you're new, the department is an accidentally created existential horror. Starting from the beginning, like sometime back, 60 years back prior to the current day, they needed to expand some government buildings. And they were going to do a lot of consolidation. The people that were involved in this, step by step, like the person who was in the government social services that was in charge of starting things, was like an adherent of the cosmic horror, Kadiron. And while they had no thoughts of, I'm going to make this into something awful, confirmation bias, and you send things off to other people that you know. So they chose land, and it was chosen during a time of extreme government distrust. People did not trust the government, and they chose poisoned land, where it's like rumored to have been some sort of massacre, great graveyard, people that go in there in current times that end up either missing or dead in weird times, so they bought that land, and all the architects and engineering, just all the way down, the people in charge were adherents of some cosmic horror. And when they were done, when it was all built, it was an accidental, constructed existential threat, existential horror. Not a one of the people there involved decided to do this or tried to make it happen, but because they were who they were, involved in the things they were doing with their own biases, the sum of the parts were so much greater than just the individual pieces. It is an existential horror. If you enter the department, you are in for a very bad time. And the Department of Government Resources is the consolidation of every single government service within the county that holds Brookerton, South Carolina, and the 7 surrounding counties that touch the Brookerton, South Carolina county. Because Brookerton is fictional, along the fictional Samadan River, it's a port city. There's, fictional counties that I have not figured out names for because they haven't been important to me. But it is a consolidation of everything, and if you go there, whether you're an employee or you are someone who needs to use their services, you're just in for a bad time. Most of it normal, just government bad time. You're not in for fun. If you've ever had to use something like the Department of Motor Vehicles in the United States, you know that government services can be less than fun. If you have to go in person. Not a joyous thing. But because it is all this, and it is an accidental existential horror, it is a very terrible place. It is a lot of undifferentiated space. No path you travel is ever going to be the same the second time. There is new stuff, new paths, new places. If you try to retrace your path, you're not going to be able to. You'll end up someplace else. There are dead ends, there are cul-de-sacs, and some people, when they go there, lose a couple hours worth of time. Some people, a very smaller amount, lose a couple days worth of time. At 15 minutes in, there are some people that lose a couple weeks of time, and there are some that just never come back out. You do find the occasional corpse. You do find, as I was thinking of, because you will be stuck in there if you're one of these people that loses weeks. You are in there for time. You need to eat and drink. There's no regular food. You have to eat like out of vending machines, highly sugary stuff. You have to drink out of vending machines. Occasionally you'll find a little food court where you can get stuff that'll keep you healthy, but you can never retrace your steps. But there's always something available for you. If you're hungry, you have no money, you'll turn a corner and you'll find one of the vending machines on its side with the glass broken. And there's blood on the glass and blood soaked into the carpet and trailing down a corridor and into a door. But that same machine has, like, out of the coin, not the coin, the change return, there's like a wad of fives going rip yap yap, rip yap yap, rip yap yap. So you just reach down, pull them out, and down to the next vending machine, you feed it in. You're always going to find a place just when you need it. And of course, the one example that I've used because I find it horrific is going into a smaller cul-de-sac area that just has some sofa type things to sit on, and you do so and you wait. But in this area there's a couple vending machines, and sitting on one of the sets of sofas is a human corpse. Dried, rat chewed on. It is undistinguishable aside from being a human corpse who it was. It's just mummified and rat chewed. But there's also evidence, especially from the inspected by sheet on the side of the vending machines. These vending machine people have just come in, worked on the machines, and not told anyone that there's a corpse there. So somebody came in here, died, and nobody has told anybody. They just come in, see it, do what they gotta do, and then leave. But part of that is when you go into the Department of Government Resources, the department, there is the Dunning Field. And I call it the Dunning Field because I don't know what else to call it, but it's short for the whole Dunning-Kruger thing. The closer you get to the department, if you have business, that field affects you. You enter a more dreamlike state. Some of your brain waves are pushed down closer to the dreaming state. You are much more able to accept weird things without blinking. If it's horrific and nightmarish, it's part of a dream, isn't it? You're not really thinking that, but you are very close to a dreamlike state. So you're not able to critically think or make good judgments or even just make sense of what's happening. You're allowed to just sit there and go, wow, okay, I'll move then, thank you. And it sucks, the Department of Government Resources. More another day because I'm at 19 minutes. And I want to turn this spotlight off and call up my Chrome so I can thank how many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. And if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. And there's other things I say, but I can't even remember what they are. So we have Jesse Koskinen speaking about the game Nom. It's from 1998, but it's been re-released of late. A lot of the older games like that, and then there is a source port called Build DGX, which allows you to play older games, build games like Nom in 1920 by 1080 instead of the original 640 by 480. 640 by 480 blows. It used to be like high tech though, since the original Doom came out in 320 by 200. A far cry from 4K. It's real lit, thumbs up, thank you, and yeah, it feels good to be outraged. So these people that get outraged at everything, getting outraged is its own reward, so yeah. We have LROSLESMR. I'm nowhere close, but thank you much. And they're asking, when I ever play Diablo 4, I love Diablo 1. I really love Diablo 2. I have Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal are like Skyrim to me. I enjoyed Arena. I liked Daggerfall. I love Morrowind. I tolerate Oblivion. I gave up on Bethesda and the Elder Scrolls with Skyrim. And there is Ice Damon. Oh, I hope to make it down there. There's other older games like that I want to play too. Talking about the game Rogue, released by Epics in like 1984. Then there is JAYY. Thumbs up. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And thumbs up. And it's good to be able to speak with you as well. There is Frightened Boy. Thumbs up. And I am glad that you have come to watch. Thank you. There is Jan. Greatly appreciated. And I just find them in. As soon as I have all of this happen and it's done and slightly settled, I'm going to do reactions again. You're going to be able to do thumbnails. Don't worry. It's just every time I turn around, something other stomps on my head. My leg is not good. I still have, I don't know what's happened. Hopefully it's not cancer. That's all I can say. And then we have Chris Ryan, good to see you as well. RJ Mitchell, greatly appreciated. Fluffy Big Bud, who asked for any updates on my housing situation. If you watched this far, thumbs up and thank you. We're 22 minutes in. My housing situation is still up in the air. My housemates are still actively looking for housing. I rarely see them, and it could be they tell me tomorrow that the end of July we're out. Or it could be that it's the end of September. I don't know. That's the bad part. And not only do I have to pay for the move, I have to keep paying each month for the Comcast now because they're not going to pay for it anymore. So joy. It's a great day. And then we have my three sons. Thumbs up and thank you very, very much. And that is it. Greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. Thumbs up and thank you. Get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Greatly appreciated. Yay! A very, very good thing. So, hopefully I'm going to get some recording done for the channel today. Do some game stuff. I don't know exactly what. I really want to go through and do all the rest of the capstone things. I've already played Operation Body Count like 7 years ago for the channel. But I want to play it again. I wish that there was a source port for like these old these old Wolfenstein 3D type clones, because not only Operation Body Count, I want to have the Corridor 7, which is another of their terrible games. Capstone just did terrible, terrible stuff, but I love Witch Haven. I still want to keep playing Witch Haven for the channel because I can't believe I can't believe they all stand around and barely do anything, but then I am playing on the very, very easiest level And I don't know what keeps hurting me in the source port. I don't like it. So, yay on that. But hopefully you can get done what you would like to get done on this, an Independence Day in the United States. Please be careful. Don't blow your fingers off. As for everybody else in the world, please have a day. If you happen to have a local holiday wherever you are, please have a local holiday wherever you are and enjoy yourself. Because it's all dependent on my giving you permission, apparently. Still though, thumbs up. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. So it's shorter today than it has been. It's longer than I've done traditionally, and that's fine. So, yeah. Controller, PlayStation. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.